I am a big fan of Oblivion, and honestly, I see it as a pretty perfect game on its own. However, there are plenty of people out there who just cannot get past the dated graphics. Specifically, the faces. Look, I will admit, they're pretty terrible. But hey, we can't all be born beautiful. But there are also plenty of people who just prefer the way Skyrim feels over Oblivion. And if you are either of these groups, then you're missing out on some of the best storylines that the Elder Scrolls franchise has to offer. But don't panic, because there is currently a mod in production that will help you remedy this major problem. Skyblivion. You get it? Because they took Skyrim and Oblivion, they put it together. Skyblivion! From what I can tell, Skyblivion appears to be a remake of Oblivion, not a remaster. These two words often get used as if they're the same thing, but they're totally different. One ends with master, and the other ends with make. I mean, come on, it's not difficult, people. Also, a remaster is when you just update the visuals and optimize the game for modern technology, sometimes porting it into a new engine. Skyrim Special Edition is a remaster. A remake is when everything gets updated and the game is built from the ground up, to essentially be a new game. Some of the assets might be reused, but most of them are totally new. Although, to be fair, they could be just porting everything over, I don't know. However, rather than being a full-fledged game like Skyrim Special Edition was, this is a mod. So it will be free! Now, free, in my opinion, is pretty much always a good thing. However, in this case, I do kinda wish I could choose to pay for this. You know, considering how massive it is. And a way to support the indie team working on it would be pretty cool. But I am aware that there are tons of people out there who resent the idea of people getting paid for their hard-earned work. So for you guys, don't worry, this mod will come at absolutely no expense to the user base. Now, seeing as this is a remake / maybe a remaster, that means that things will be pretty different in this version of Oblivion. For example, it will be using Skyrim's engine as opposed to the hilariously floaty system from Oblivion. I mean, technically they're both the same engine, but you know what I'm talking about. However, I'm not sure how much of the original assets from Oblivion is being used to build this mod. All the cities and buildings we've seen so far look pretty similar to how they did before, and you will need not only Skyrim but also Oblivion installed on your computer to run it. So it is likely that a lot of the game is getting ported over. And it appears the original dialogue from Oblivion will be used for this mod, which I think is pretty cool because the voice acting is one of the things that I really loved about that game. Sure, it isn't always the best, but it is always entertaining.
I'd really love the lights at night. Shoo, shoo. The city of love. Got it? Love, light, night. Big. Big, 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 big.
What I can say is there does appear to be quite a few things that have been built from the ground up and altered pretty drastically, which I say, good. If you're not gonna update things, make some changes, then what are you even doing? For example, here is the Battle Axe of Hatred. It went from looking like a dumb, boring axe to something that is actually unique and filled with hatred. Also, I guess there's a Santa Claus now? Not sure what that's about, but it's there. Overall, the more I see of this project, the more excited I get for it, because it looks pretty damn good. Now, I'm not one to get hyped up about something, especially since every time I do, I get massively disappointed, so I am not gonna get too hyped up about this. Mostly because I'm afraid I'll just jinx the project. However, it is clear that a lot of dedication and care has been put into this mod, so I would say Skyblivion is in some pretty good hands. However, as of right now, all we have to go on are the visuals, since we have not seen any footage or information on questing and gameplay in general. But the Skyblivion team does plan to reveal that in the near future during a charity event to help raise money for cancer research, which I will try to keep you guys notified of when that charity event is happening, so you can help out in donating to a good cause, as well as get a first look at Skyblivion gameplay. And if this project is something that really interests you and you wish you could help work on it too, and you have experience in either 3D modeling or with the creation kit, well, you can. If you head to skyblivion.com, there's an option to volunteer, so just go do it, okay? What are you waiting for? What are you even doing with your life? Probably laying in bed, eating Doritos. You could be making something, making a difference. Or you could just eat Doritos, you know, whatever, I don't really care. But for you lazy bums with no video game making skills whatsoever that still want to help out, then I am sure simply telling every single person you've ever known about this project will also be a huge help. Just go up to your boss, go to your parents, go to your teachers, go to the weird guy at the bank wearing a ski mask, and just tell them all about Skyblivion. I'm sure they will love to hear about it. Also, if you want to stay up to date on this project, you can follow Skyblivion on Twitter and on Facebook. Personally, I'm going to be keeping my eye on this project moving forward, and you can guarantee that when a playable version of this is available, I will be checking it out. And while you're going around following people, why don't you follow me by hitting that subscribe button if you have not already? And I will see you guys on Tuesday with another Oblivion Let's Play video. Goodbye.